Welcome back to Shift Your Shit, Kill Your Fear, and Master Your Mind. I am here to get you more free and clear. What would it be like to experience feeling more free and clear in your mind and body and knowing that it's possible? And I'm only here to disassemble all that is not you, to remind you of who you really be before the world told you who to be. Today, I want to continue to dive into the idea of judgment and of self, because all judgment is lying within us. Whenever we are judging anything outside of ourselves, people, situations, there's always nuggets of information, of deeper soul renewal to occur when we can look at it with a lens. We can dissemble what really is going on underneath judgment, which is the idea of self, that we are suppressing who we really are and who we really be, that we are taking upon ourselves to know what is wrong, right, good, bad. And when we know this, when we can really know this and hear this and see this and witness it at a core level, we can be set free from the prisons of the mind, from these illusions of prisons from others, because no one can change your state of being if you don't allow it. And I know that sounds so much more simpler said than done, but it's a muscle to practice, that whenever you are allowing others to have the power of your happiness. I can't be happy if my partner's not happy, or if my coworker is upset with me, or if I don't have this thing or do have this thing. People are here just to mirror you, mirroring your mind of what things are going on at the deeper level. And when you know that they're just your teachers, which I speak a lot about here, there's no threat. There's just moments for expansion. Something can feel contracting or expansive, but you are the one deciding how you're going to let it be. For example, when you have a darker day or darker moment, at that moment itself, you can catch it and you can say, pause for pleasure, and you can say, this is helping me remind me of me. This is helping me be a stronger version of me tomorrow, or even within seconds right now, versus me being reactive versus responsive to this way that is going on internally with me, or this situation or this person, how they're acting to me. When you can look at it as a game versus a life or death threatening experience, that's our nervous system, right? When people talk about regulation and the vagus nerve and all these different things, it's really not feeling that we have a lion chasing us. Because how far can you go and can you run feeling that on your day-to-day continually happening in your movie reels in your mind? So much of this occurs at a deeper mind level. The idea that there is a man that is speaking to this other man and he's just so perplexed and he goes, I just don't get it. And the other guy's saying, what do you mean? And he takes out this picture, this photo in his pocket, and he shows it to the man. He goes, I just don't understand this rhino. There's a rhino and it's a still rhino, but it looks like it's charging forward. And he tells them, I just don't understand that this rhino just keeps running. It won't stop. Does it ever stop? Does it ever stop to go to the bathroom or eat or relax? Or how does it just keep running? And the other man looks at him so endearly. He's not judging him. He's just noticing this misunderstanding and tells him, this is a photo. That rhino right now is probably somewhere chilling or eating, sometimes running, but this is a still photo of a rhino charging. It's not charging now. This rhino actually isn't even the way that it is in this photo right now. It might be even stronger. It might be even bigger. There might be something different about it, because who knows when that was even taken. And I bring this story up because it's a metaphor of our minds, because our minds are holding on to things from our past from past paths that are not still occurring, but your mind believes it is because you are feeding it. That man is feeding it every time it's taking it out of its pocket because it tells the other man is telling the man, I take it out every few minutes just to check and see if it's still charging, wondering if it's going to stop. So I invite you to ask, how often are you pulling out that photo? Listen to the conversations around you and within you. So often I hear with people, yeah, well, I used to be this, or when I was 5, this happened, or yeah, when I was in college, or when I was a teen, or my mom said this to me when I was a kid, and I'm not saying to not discuss those things or share those things, but how much are they running you versus you running them? The reason that animals don't have disease, you don't see them out there in dis-ease, because every day is anew for them. You asked about the weather yesterday, what they ate a few moments ago. They're just presence. That's why they can be such a good initiator for us to remember our presence when you're around animals. But this idea that our minds are so high functioning and so powerful that they will hold on to these things thinking it's protecting you, to bring up to you and to remind you, and even enough for you to speak about them. Are you wanting to speak about your limitations in your past, or are you wanting to speak about your possibilities, your freedom, and your momentum forward into a future you want to create for you? So within, so without. What I'm speaking, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling is creating my reality. Do you want to be talking about how you were mistreated at 5? Do you want to be feeding that still rhino, believing it's still running? Or do you want to decide the power of me, that what happened at 5 is exactly perfectly correct for my journey to be here right now the way that I be? Because you chose this soul journey, you chose the people in your life to trigger you, to show you, to remind you, to empower you, to distract you from who you are so that you tighten and strengthen the who you be. So this next week, notice the times that you're bringing up versions of you from the past and actually being able to pause and going, is that useful? Even in conversations, is it useful for me to bring up what happened yesterday, or is it done? I share a lot too here about your complaining and the gossip. Is that really fueling a future that you desire, or present right now that you desire? Even right now, if you want to close the eyes and just imagine grabbing into pockets of you, maybe you actually take your hands and you grab into pockets and you take out all those charging rhino pictures and you just release them. Deep breath in and exhale, just release them and throw them and let them be free, because you are not a prisoner to your past. And not only that, but you know what? It happened because it's the only way it could have happened, because it already happened. Can we be done with that? And can we now declare that it brought you the power that is within you now, the light that is within you now because of all the darkness that you faced, and that all of it was correct, working for you, through you, to remind you. You don't need your system to keep fighting and running. This idea that many of us feel that the only one that's taking care of us is us, but there are so much things bigger here than you can imagine and fathom that are providing you such care, support. It's not all up to you. And would it be okay to release the stories, narratives of what happened in the past, which really your memories are only the last time you remembered it. And so many times it can be construed and shifted. And knowing that you can create new memories about it, possibilities about it. Let the last shitty thing that you define as shitty that have happened the last few days change the narrative. Right now, make it the most incredible thing that occurred to you. My boss yelled at me. It was the best thing ever because you know what it did? It reminded me XYZ, or it led me to this conversation or person or place, the timing of it. It shifted something within me, changed the narrative. You are the controller of your movie, of your video game. Does Mario in the video game, every time it dies, if it comes back to the screen as you're playing Mario and you're manipulating Mario to be able to move forward, would you want Mario to be thinking about, I just died 20 other times and now I'm back here? Do you think it's going to feel stronger or weaker in knowing that? Versus I'm here right now, I'm fresh, I'm clear, I'm moving forward the video game. You want that powerful Mario. You want that Mario that is just here, not looking at the rhino still pictures. We declare that we're done with that and we get to step into who do I want to be now? I share a lot too that if you were born again today, fresh slate, newborn baby, how would you want to live your life? What actions would you take? What things would you think and feel and do and be? And what narratives would you create now, not from past familiar? Many times we don't even realize that we're judging people, not even from anything they've done, but because it feels familiar. They're wearing the same shirt that your ex-boyfriend from third grade wore. And so you're just triggered by them, or you're thinking, oh, they're probably not a good person, or all these different things. It's a silly example, but that can happen so often for us around these things that we believe we know. But our mind is just feeding us from what has been. So we get to hold its hand, remind us that there's no threat, no rhino that is still running. It's an illusion. And you get to step more in your power now. So if you have the eyes already closed and you're in a place to do so, feel free to just soften in to this expansion of you. The idea that a statue, the paint is so old that it starts falling off, breaking off. Would you really want to have it remain, or would you want it to come and peel off and then paint again? And maybe even a different color or a stronger coat. Imagine someone just being there trying to tape back all the old paint pieces that are falling, peeling off. It would seem ridiculous. And that's what we're doing when we're feeding our own old narratives, instead of building who we are here to be. So there might be a narrative that comes to mind that you're noticing that you share a lot within your own experience with self or others. And you can ask, are we done with this? Am I done letting it define me? And I invite and awaken in you to witness and notice more of them that are showing up that haven't been super obvious. Unconscious to taking out the rhino still photos in your pockets that you haven't noticed that you've been giving attention to. Some are more obvious than others. And asking to show me them so I can release them. Because what happens from there is that more of you becomes alive. That's all we really crave in life, is to feel our aliveness. You get to choose. Do you want to be the Mario that takes on all the different times it died and all the different levels it already had gone through again and again and again? Or do you want a Mario that is fresh, ready to go, not thinking about all the times that it had to restart the levels again and again and again? Just imagine in the mind all these open tabs that you could just click the X's away, just like that man that was educated by the other man of, hey, that rhino isn't still running. And we'd like to teach this man right now with the photo. Imagine you telling them, hey, you can really put that down. You can even tear it up, flush it down the toilet, burn it. Because at that point, it's not that interesting to him anymore, because it kind of was, because it was running. He believed it was running in the photo. So maybe that makes it kind of interesting to continue to look at, right? Check up on. But now that he knows that it's probably off doing other things and isn't even the same rhino that was taken in the picture, it becomes uninteresting and it just falls. So you're telling him, you can keep it in your pocket, but would you rather keep something else in your pocket that reminds you of who you be? Not a charging rhino. And in a moment, there's going to be something that comes to mind that you're wanting to put in your pocket after you have taught him this beautiful shift. What do you put in your pocket to remind you of who you be? Because whatever we release, there's something much more beautiful to come in its place. Whenever we take the weeds out from the root level in a yard, we get to plant something. We get to choose. What are we going to plant there? Is it going to be more flowers or vegetables? Are you going to build something upon it? And just notice. Let that symbol that you place in your pocket be a reminder. Be a pause in your days ahead. To pause, take a deep breath in and see that symbol. You can even, again, physically take your hand as if you're pulling it out of your pocket and just see it in your hand and just notice and witness the real you. We can thank our past as our biggest teachers and our biggest momentum of how we survived to get here, but we no longer need to keep checking in on it, speaking of it. And instead we get to redefine it, rewrite it. History has his story in it. I always can also say her story. Do you want to keep reliving that? Or do you want to change the story? And to end, let's just have some fun, because we get to have fun here. Life doesn't have to be so serious. I want you to see yourself as a Mario character, and you're just leaping and jumping and moving forward and jumping on mushrooms and playing with these turtles and all the different things that occur in Mario. It gets to feel lighter for you now. And even maybe say that to yourself right now. It gets to feel lighter for me now. Notice how your breath changes. The air in your lungs expand anew. Even this version of you now is different. More clear, more free, more expansive, as we deleted tabs in the mind. And the awareness of how we speak and what we think about continues to align to our presence, just like an animal. And what animal represents you now, moving forward today? What animal shifts this to your greatest gifts, light, love, possibilities, freedom? Feeding those versus the past or narratives that don't serve you anymore. You can be whatever you want to be. Right now. See that animal, take a big deep breath in. Exhale, release. Let this guide you, remind you, free you. Continue to see the tabs of the open laptop screen delete. Because from there, the computer runs smoother, clearer. And I'm celebrating you so big for being here, for doing this work, connecting to who you really be. You are free, you are whole, you are complete. You are taken care of more than you know. It's not all up to you. And just seeing that man with the photo, now having done something different with it, and just noticing him and more of his freedom and his light. What will he do with that time now that he has available? After all the checking of the photo, he gets to do what now with that? He gets to be more him. And what do you do to fill this time now? You get to be more you. A reminder that we're all one. And I will leave you here if you have more time. Relish in this and let it take you again and again back to you. This incredible miracle. This vessel of you. There is so much love here for you. And as always, you got this. And I look forward to seeing you next time. If you are wanting to shift your shit, kill your fear, master your mind, free your mind, lean more into your possibilities and feeding the lies, conditions programs, currently offering group sessions, Sundays and Tuesday evenings, but please feel free to reach out. It is the most incredible container of people freeing their mind in real time and fast and efficiently, effectively, because you are here to be. The magic of you, the power of you. So feel free to email me at mindfulnesswithmariel@gmail.com. It's Mariel for any questions to work one-on-one or in the group setting. And if anything, I have so much free content on YouTube, podcast, Instagram, all the things to help you become more free. That's why you're here. So much love. You got this.